Welcome back children to the solution of this question paper class 10th standard version, and we have to begin with section D of this paper. So let us start with the paper without further ado. Question number 32 is of section D. The angle of elevation of an aircraft of a point from a point A on the ground is 60 degrees. What does it mean, children? Point A is on the ground, right? There is a point A on the ground, and from there the person is watching an aeroplane which is to which the angle of elevation made by his line of sight from his eyes to the aeroplane, this angle of elevation is 60 degrees, right? So here is the aeroplane. Let us say the aeroplane is at B, and this is the perpendicular from the plane back to the earth ground, right? After a flight of 30 seconds, the angle of elevation changes to 30 degrees. So now the observer is not that angle between the horizontal and the line of sight is not so steep. It is 30 degrees only. It has come down from 60 degrees to 30 degrees. What does that mean? The observer now is no longer raising his eyebrows or his head to see the aeroplane as he was doing in the previous case when the angle of elevation was 30 degrees, right? अब वो उतना सर उठा के नहीं देख रहा है जितना पहले उठा के देख रहा था. जितना सर ऊंचा उठाएगा उतना ही एंगल ऑफ एलिवेशन बढ़ता चला जाएगा. सो let this be the perpendicular from that point C, T and E. Now one question could arise that why I did not make this triangle, why I went on the other side, because first of all there is nothing such mentioned that the plane is moving on the other side, or the angle of elevation now to be made is just opposite to what it was already made, right? So we will assume that the plane is moving in the same direction towards the right. I have marked with the arrow over here, and then the aircraft is flying at a constant height of, the height is given to you, this is the height, √3 meters, after a flight of 30 seconds. So after a flight of 30 seconds, that is from B to C, it takes the aeroplane 30 seconds to cause a change in the angle of elevation of the observer from 60 degrees to come down to 30 degrees. Now you are supposed to find the speed of the aircraft. We have to find the speed of the aircraft, and by the famous formula from class 6 you are learning, speed is equals to distance travelled by the aeroplane upon time. So we all know that this is the distance which is travelled by the aeroplane, ED, on the horizontal line or on the horizontal, but aeroplane is not on the ground, it is in the air, it is in the sky, it is moving, right? It is flying. So therefore this distance will be calculated from B to C, and we can see, children, BEDC is a rectangle, right? BEDC is a rectangle. So whatever is BC is ED. So I will write over here is BC is equals to DE. Very important observation, one must take care. Why? Because all these angles are 90 degrees. We always take these perpendiculars from the object on which these angles of elevations or depressions through which are made. So this is a 90 degree, all angles 90 degree quadrilateral, which is a rectangle, right? So in short, what you need to do, children, is you need to find speed is equals to distance, that is DE upon time. Already the time is mentioned, right? So you will take two triangles. First of all, in triangle ABE, in triangle ABE, tan 60 degrees is equals to perpendicular, that is BE upon AE, right? So what is BE, children? You know that tan 60 is √3 and BE is 3500 √3 upon AE. √3 will cancel out √3. So AE is equals to 3500 meters. So, this will be equation number 1. In triangle ACD, this triangle children, ACD, right? In triangle ACD, again you can see that tan 30 degrees. Now, the angle of elevation is 30 degrees, earlier it was 60 degrees. So, tan 30 degrees is equals to DC upon DC upon AD. It further implies that 1 by root 3 will give you DC, that is 3500 root 3 into upon AD. After cross multiplication, AD is 10,500 meters. This will be the second equation. Now, as I have told you, you need to calculate DE to get the speed, and DE further will be divided by 30. So, DE from these two equations will be AD minus AE, that is going to give you 10,500 minus 3,500, that is 7,000 meters. So, speed is given by DE upon 30, that is 7,000 upon 30 meters per second. So, it is 3 2s are 6, 3 3 1 by 3 meters per second. Had you been told to calculate in kilometers per hour, you would have multiplied it by 18 by 5, right? But you are supposed to work only with meter per second. So, as of now everything is all right. So, 2 3 3 1 by 3 meters per second is the speed, right? Let us get rid of all of this stuff. Question number 33rd. If the length of a rectangle is reduced by 5 and its breadth is increased by 2. So, there is a rectangle, let us say the rectangle is ABCD. Length is L of that rectangle, breadth is B. Now, what happens is, in the first case, I will be mentioning it by Roman number 1. In the first case, a length is reduced by 5. So, L minus 5 and breadth is increased by 2. So, breadth increases by 2, right. So, earlier the area was L into B units. Now, the area, what is going to happen with the area? Let us see. Then the area of the rectangle is reduced by 80 centimeter square. So, area is reduced by 80 centimeter square, that is new area A dash is previous area minus 80, right. So, what is the new area children? A dash is L minus 5 length into breadth B plus 2, right, and it is equals to A, that is LB minus 80. It is very clear for us to understand. Now, you can multiply LB plus 2L minus 5B minus 10 is equals to LB minus 80. So, 2L minus 5B plus 80 minus 10, it will be plus 70 is equals to a 0 over there, right. This is the first equation. If we increase the length by 10, now the length increases by 10, I will be making changes here only. The length increases by 10. So, see what is happening here, 10 units, and breadth decreases by 5 units. Its area increases by 50 centimeter square. So, case number 2, this was case number 1. length increases by 10 units and breadth decreases by 5 units, and the new area is previous area plus 50 centimeter square. So, LB plus 10B minus 5L minus 50 is equals to LB plus 50. So, you can see LB से LB children cancel out हो जाएगा ये, and 5 is a common factor over here. So, 2B minus L minus 100 होगा ये, तो ये हो जाएगा children minus 20, right. So, this is the second equation, but you can see children, if you multiply second equation by 2, you can easily eliminate the term with the variable L, because here the coefficient will become 2 and there already exists a coefficient 2, right, and only after subtraction. So, this will be the second equation by 1 minus 2 or 2 minus 1, whatever you can do. So, 12, if you are doing 1 minus 2 over there, then again it will be 12 plus L 3L. So, you have to add, right. So, 2L plus 2L, ये minus of plus 2L, क्योंकि you can see this is a negative sign. So, 2L plus of minus 2L, 2 से multiply हो चुका है ये, that is L वाली term cancel हो जाएगी, minus 5B plus 2B, that is minus 3B, addition करना है बस यहाँ पर, and 70 minus, अच्छा, one thing that is what we forget here, ये हो जाएगा 2 से 4, right. Even I could not understand what I was doing. So, minus 5B plus 4B, right. Sometimes it happens to everybody, minus 5B, but the point is that children, you should be able enough to get back in time, right. तो ये होगा minus 5B plus 4B, that is minus B only minus B, and it will be plus 70 minus 40, that is plus 30, or I can say minus 30. So, B comes out to be 30 centimeters. If B is 30, then let us see what is A. L, A means the second variable, that is L. So, I will be putting the value of B here only. So, 60 minus L minus 20 is 0, that is 40, and L is 40. Right. So, 30 and 40, these are the measurements. So, the area is 30 into 40, that is 1200 meters square. We can verify by just using one of the equations. अगर हम पहले सिचुएशन में लेंथ को 5 से कम करते हैं, दैट इज़ लेंथ बिकम्स 35, एंड ब्रेड्थ को 2 से बढ़ाते हैं, तो 35 इंटू 32, 10, 16 and 3 to the 6, that is 22, 2. तो एरिया इतना हो जाएगा, which is 80 less than 1200, right. So, we have done this answer absolutely right. There is no point in having a second opinion about writing and justifying and doing whatever you don't like, even I don't like. Now, see question number 34th, part A. This is pretty simple, and I am not going to make this table for x and y's to get the equation. Though you can see children, 3x plus y plus 4 is equals to 0. You can have several assumptions, but you need to take the values very smartly. You can put x equals to 0. I can make a table here like this. See. So, see children, you can do and make a table like I am making here of x and y's. Only two values are sufficient for plotting a line. So, if you keep x as 0, this term will vanish and y will be minus 4, right. But if you keep y as 0, just for the sake of doing the business over here, but you can quickly see this value will turn, the value of x will turn into a fraction, right, that is minus 4 by 3. So, you have to be very careful and very observing while writing the values, right? Very precise. You have to be very accurate so that you do not get the values and fractions and rational numbers and so on. Otherwise, plotting the numbers as 4.4 by 3, that is 1.333 and so on is a very, you can say, cumbersome task here. So let us choose a different value of y. Minus x will be more 1. Why not to keep y as 1, right? If you can keep that, or you can take x as minus में भी ले सकते हैं. You have many options, right? You can take x as minus 1. Let us say x is minus 1. तो minus 3 plus 4, that is plus 1. लेकिन उधर जाएगा ये, it will shift towards that side, right? So it will be y is minus 1. So now let us plot this graph. For that I have a tool over here which can do my job very quickly without having to waste much time. Now see children, which 2 points we need here. Sorry. First of all, we don't need these 3 points. First point that we need is 0 comma minus 4. That is 0 comma minus 4. You can see this is the point on the y-axis. 0 comma minus 4, point A, right? दिख रहा है ये point A सबको. And then you can choose minus 1 minus 1, and then minus 1 minus 1. So again this is the point. Now you just have to draw a line passing from A and B. So this is the line representing the equation. You can see the equation also has turned up children. यहाँ पे equation भी आ चुकी है. You take everything on one side. So 3x plus 4 plus y, or 3x plus y plus 4. This is the same equation we have over here, right? यहाँ पे भी दिख रहा होगा ये. You can see here. You can see. So here also children, equation अपने आप यहाँ पे turn out हो चुकी है. You take everything on one side, you will get 3x plus y plus 4 equal to 0, right? So let us go towards the next equation and try to input it directly. 3x minus y plus 2 equal to 0. So 3x minus y plus 2 equal to 0. Let me check whether the equation I have entered is to the point or not. 3x minus y plus 2. So you can see these two equations, they are crossing their paths. These two lines, they are crossing their paths at minus 1 minus 1. What does it mean that minus 1 minus 1 is the solution, right? Is the only point which is present on both the lines, and the point, the coordinates which are present on both the lines are said to be called the solutions of the given system of equations, right? We don't need the third line. So that was all children for this question, not for the rest of the paper. So I specially downloaded this software. Okay. Now see the optional part of this question, 34th part 2. Tara scored, question number 34, part 2. Tara scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. So Tara got 40 marks for each right answer, 3 for each right answer. So 3 marks are given for each right answer and she loses 1 mark. So negative 1 she adds to her score by answering a question wrong, right? By answering a question wrong. Had 4 marks been awarded, so this is the second case now. In case 1, let us say she attempts x right questions and y questions wrong. Then for every right answer, for 1 right answer she is getting 3 marks. So for x right answers she will get 3x marks. Added to, for 1 wrong answer she gets her score deducted by 1. So for y wrong answers, she will reduce her score by minus y, right? Minus y into 1. These two values will be multiplied. minus 1 into y. एक क्वेश्चन के minus 1 नंबर जुड़ते हैं तो y क्वेश्चंस के कितने नंबर जुड़ेंगे? y into minus 1. और फिर स्कोर कितना आता है? 40 आता है. केस 2, had 4 marks been awarded for each right answer, so 4x added to 2 marks been deducted for each wrong answer, 2 marks deducted for each wrong answer, she would have got 50 marks. उसे 50 नंबर मिल जाते हैं. You can reduce this equation further by writing it like this. So this is the first equation, that is the second equation. You can subtract 1 from 2 or 2 from 1 because y can be easily eliminated without having the need to multiply any of the equations by any of the natural numbers or coefficients. क्योंकि दिख रहा है यहाँ पे y से y सीधा children cancel हो सकता है, right? So 3x minus y equals to 40, and below we will write, this is how we have learned it in chapter 3 of class 10. We will subtract, so x ये cancel हो जाएगा and it will be 15 right questions. And how many questions she attempted wrong? You can put the value anywhere. Here, यहाँ पे रख सकते हैं. So if x is 15, 30 and 5 questions, right? Y is 5. And the total number of questions 20. Children, we have skipped one thing which we should not do. Did we find or did we talk about that whether are there or were there any questions that were unattempted? So we need to check this out. We were in haste, in hurry, we did it. Find the total number of questions, assuming that Tara attempted all questions and there is no such question which talks to us, informing us about any question that was unattempted. So we have done it correctly, though in haste, जल्दी में किया, फिर भी सही कर, right? Let us do further. Let us get rid of it first. See, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides, if a line is drawn in a triangle, let us say BC is that side to which a line is drawn parallel to BC, right, to itself, not to itself, to BC, intersecting the other two sides. That line should intersect the other two sides at distinct points. That is, these two points are different. So let us say the names of these points are D and E. Then prove that, अच्छा ये line parallel भी है, so DE is parallel to BC. We need to show that the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. That is what you are supposed to show to prove that, to prove AD upon BD is equals to AE upon CE. So children, this is nothing but the famous Thales theorem. You have done it 1000 number of times before preparing for your board examinations and going for your school examinations, right? So this can be done quite easily. Some construction has to be done. BE and DC has to be joined. A perpendicular should be dropped from E on AD and from D on AE. Let us say the perpendicular intersects at AD at X and AE at Y, right? So what is given to you here, children, in this theorem is that, given to you is DE is parallel to BC. So, you take triangles, the ratio, right. You will take the ratios of the areas of two triangles, that is area of triangle ADE is to area of triangle BDE is equals to, what is the area of the triangle ADE? Half into AD into the perpendicular falling on AD upon, what is the area of triangle BDE? Half into base into height or height into base. Even for this triangle, children, BDE, which I am shading here right now, the perpendicular will remain the same, right. This looks to you an obtuse angle triangle, but you know that if this is a triangle, a perpendicular can be drawn from an external point and it will meet the base extended at, let us say, this point x. So, always remember, for an obtuse angle triangle, one of the perpendiculars will meet outside the base or outside the triangle, right. It will meet the one of the sides produced on the opposite direction. Okay. So, always remember that one of the perpendiculars in an obtuse angle triangle will lie outside the triangle. So, there is no confusion regarding this. So, half into perpendicular will remain the same, a x e, तो x e ही रहेगा, half into height into base, and on which side was extended so that it can meet the perpendicular at x, BD. ये cancel हो जाएगा, half से half cancel हो जाएगा. See children, you quickly got AD by BD. That is why we took the ratios of the areas of the triangle purposefully, not by accidentally, that we were supposed to get the ratios of AD and BD, the bases of these two triangles. Similarly, you will take area of triangle ADE, because you need AE now, that side, ये side चाहिए तो ये base चाहिए, ADE over area of triangle. Now, this triangle you will take, which I am shading with a yellow pen, this one, that is DEC, area of triangle DEC. So, half into AD, not AD, sorry, it happens when you tend to be quick, AE into the perpendicular falling on AE. Be very careful, dy is the perpendicular which touches the base AE at y. Now, what is the area of triangle DEC or CED? Half into base is CE, and like the way we took the perpendicular for that obtuse angle triangle outside the triangle, similarly the perpendicular must be taken outside. So, it is equals to AE upon CE. Now, we need to bring both the fractions AE upon CE, that is equation number 1 equal to equation number 2. That is what we want, but the hurdle is that though in the numerator we have, हमारे पास है numerator में दोनों जगह पर we can see ADE, but what about the denominators children? We have BDE in the first fraction, we have DEC in the second fraction, right. But from class 9th, from that chapter, areas of triangles and parallelograms, we know that area of triangle BDE is equals to area of triangle DEC. ऐसा क्यों होता है? क्योंकि मैं तुम्हें बता देता हूँ तुम लोगों को. Let us say that this is a triangle. I have cut out the triangles from the figure and pasted it over here below. So, these are the two figures, right. एक फिगर को मैंने ऐसे शेड किया हुआ है, दूसरे फिगर को मैंने ऐसे शेड किया हुआ है. So, this is vertex C. Now, these two triangles areas are equal. Why? Because they are drawn on the first of all the same base, and they are between the same parallel lines. क्योंकि अगर हम देखेंगे children, तो दोनों parallel lines के बीच में height which is necessary for calculating the area of the triangle is equal. दोनों में height equal है, तो difference कहाँ पे आता है areas का? base भी दोनों का same है. तो BDE का एरिया कैसे लिखा जाएगा? हाफ इंटू DE, हाफ इंटू D एज इन डेल्टा, राइट, हाफ इंटू DE इंटू दिस हाइट, लेट अस से दिस इज h, और इस येलो ट्राइंगल, येलो शेडेड ट्राइंगल का एरिया कैसे लिखा जाएगा, हाफ इंटू डी ई, बेस वही है, दोनों एक ही बेस पर बैठे हुए हैं और इन दोनों के बीच की हाइट है h, जैसा कि यहाँ पर है। तो यू कैन सी दोनों ट्राइंगल्स के एरिया इज इक्वल है, राइट। ये थ्योरम थी इन क्लास 9th, दैट चैप्टर वाज एलिमिनेटेड बाय CBSE ड्यू टू द कंसेप्ट और द program by the government called rationalization. They rationalized the syllabus by removing some important topics. Now see, these areas are equal, therefore I can write area of triangle ADE upon area of triangle BDE is equals to area of triangle ADE, और यहाँ पे भी फिर BDE हो जाएगा चिल्ड्रन, राइट। इसलिए दोबारा लिखने की इसको ऐसी कोई रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, दोनों ही जगह पर हमें मिल चुका है डिनोमिनेटर्स में BDE और BDE। तो ये होता है पहली इक्वेशन से AD अपॉन BD, और चूंकि दूसरी इक्वेशन भी बराबर हो चुकी है पहली के, इसलिए बराबर ये भी हो जाएगा AE अपॉन CE के। सो दैट इज़ हाउ quickly in 4 to 5 lines, maximum 6 lines, this theorem can be shown, right. Let us now do the optional part of this question. See, so let us see what does this part has to offer for us. We have got lot of offerings here in this paper. Side AB and AC and median AD, so of median AD two triangle ABC. So there is a triangle ABC, A, B and C, and there is a median to this triangle. Intersecting the opposite side at its midpoint D. Now what is given to you? AB, AC and median AD are respectively proportional to sides PQ, PR and PM. That is, इनके जो ratios आ रहे हैं AB का PQ के साथ लिखा हुआ है respectively, that is first come first, तो AB का PQ के साथ, AC का PR के साथ रेशियो और AD का PM के साथ रेशियो प्रोपोर्शन में है, इक्वल है, ये ऐसा हमें बताना है। So there is another triangle PQR, एक और ट्राइंगल है यहाँ पे PQR, जिसकी एक और मीडियन दिखती है यहाँ पर PM. Now what is given to us, that AB upon PQ is equals to AD upon QM is equals to AC upon PR. We have to show the two triangles, दिख रहा है यहाँ पे, similar. And this question, let me remind you children, is straight away coming from NCERT, the last exercise of the similar triangle, right. तो ये लास्ट एक्सरसाइज है सिमिलर ट्राइंगल की, जिससे क्वेश्चन लाया गया है, एंड कैसे आएगा अपने आप. Now see children, if you remember, there is only one way to do this question, that is you need to extend AD and PM. Why? Because AB upon PQ is given to you, AC upon PR is given to you. अगर हम लेके आ सकते थे, जो कि हम लेके नहीं आ पाएंगे, BC upon QR, there is no means by which we can bring BC upon QR. अगर ऐसा हो सकता था तो हम ट्रिपल एस से ऐसा करके these two triangles को सिमिलर लेके आ सकते थे, लेकिन नहीं ला पाएंगे, क्योंकि ऐसा करने के लिए हमारे पास कोई भी टूल्स, इक्विपमेंट्स, औजार, कुछ भी हम कह सकते हैं वो अवेलेबल नहीं है, ठीक है। तो एक और काम यहाँ पे हो सकता है और उसको करने के लिए टूल्स हमें खुद डेवलप करने पड़ेंगे। दैट इज़ वी कैन शो एंगल ए इक्वल टू एंगल पी, और अगर ए बी अपॉन पी क्यू बराबर दिया है ए सी अपॉन पी आर के, जो कि वाकई में दिया हुआ है, और कैसे भी करके यदि हम ए और पी को इक्वल लेके आ गए चिल्ड्रन, तो बाय विच कॉन्ग्रुएंसी बाय विच सिमिलैरिटी क्राइटेरियन यू कैन शो दीज टू ट्राइंगल सिमिलर बाय SAS, राइट। So we have to work for it to get to this concept. So I have to undo everything so that I can get back the triangles into their shapes. See, so for that I must be removing this given and allocating it a different place. पहले तो इसको हटा दिया जाए. So let us extend AD to AX, and let there be a point. By construction we can choose a point E such that later I can join BE with CE. Sorry, these lines look bent. BE with CE. Similarly, I will extend it to Y. Let there be a point F, and then I can further join QF with RF. How have I taken point E and F on AX and AY such that DE is equal to AD? Always remember these things. And I have taken F on PY such that PM is equals to MF. So here children, AD is equals to DE and BD is given equal to CD. याद है D मीडियन जब गिरती थी ऐसे तो AD इंटरसेक्ट करता था BC को मिड पॉइंट पर, और यहाँ पर PM is equals to FM and QM is equals to RM, right? So ये कंस्ट्रक्शन किया है हमने. Now we have, remember children what we had, AB upon PQ is equals to AC upon PR. ये भी दिया हुआ था, remember क्वेश्चन ये पे खुला हुआ है. AC और PR in pink you can see that has become dirty. I will rub it. AC upon PR, right? But I do not want AC upon PR actually. AC upon PR मेरे लिए यहाँ पे कोई रोल प्ले नहीं करेगा. Let us see how can we make our situation better. Now see children, first of all ABEC is quadrilateral की बात करो. ABEC is a parallelogram. Why? Because you can see its diagonals, both the diagonals AE and BC, they are bisecting at D. दिख रहा है, फिगर में दिख रहा है ये. Similarly PQFR is again a parallelogram because the diagonals PF they bisect, PF and QR they bisect at point M. Similarly AE and BC are the diagonals bisecting at D. Therefore, by one of the criterion to show a quadrilateral parallelogram, I can quickly say that ABEC is a parallelogram, right? ये हम ऐसा बता सकते हैं. तो AC की जगह पर why not to write AC की जगह पे क्या मैं ये लिख सकता हूँ क्या? Can I write this side BE? Yes, I can. इन BE लिख सकते हैं, और PR की जगह भी हम FQ लिख सकते हैं, राइट. फर्दर हम चलते चलेंगे आगे, और ये दिया हुआ था AD अपॉन PM के बराबर. बट हमें AD अपॉन PM नहीं चाहिए, हमें वापस से कुछ ऐसा अरेंजमेंट हमारे लिए करना है. अगर हम AD और PM को 2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दें दोनों को, if I multiply AD and PM with 2 on both the sides, on both the न्यूमरेटर एंड द डिनोमिनेटर चिल्ड्रन। तो ट्वाइस ऑफ ए डी क्या ए ई नहीं होता है? बिल्कुल होता है, दोनों बराबर है, ए डी एंड डी ई। क्या ट्वाइस ऑफ पी एम पी एफ नहीं होता है? बिल्कुल होता है, सो आई कैन राइट पी एफ, राइट। ऐसा हम लिख सकते हैं। सो नाउ लेट अस सी, let us write only the things which we require from this equation. AB upon PQ, हमें चाहिए BE upon FQ, हमें चाहिए AE upon PF। तो AB upon PQ, BE, see the sides which I am darkening, ये upon PF, ये आ चुका है। Doesn't it show that by SSS we can show these two triangle children, these shaded ones, similar? Yes, by using triple S. By triple S हम triangle ABE को similar लेके आ चुके हैं। देखो ABE को PQF के similar आ चुके हैं, by लिख चुके हैं हम, पता नहीं क्यों लिखा था मैंने, ठीक है। तो अब ऐसा हो चुका है बाय CPS। रिमेंबर व्हाट आवर ऑब्जेक्टिव वाज, हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव था कैसे भी करके इस वाले एंगल को, इस पूरे A को इस पूरे P के बराबर लेके आना, राइट। बट हम सक्सेसफुल हो पाए, हम सक्सेसफुल हो पाए हैं ये वाला A का शेयर इक्वल P के इस वाले शेयर के इक्वल लेके आने में। दैट इज वी हैव बीन सक्सेसफुल इन पिचिंग एंगल BAE इक्वल टू एंगल QPF। लेट अस से दिस इज एज इक्वेशन नंबर 1। सिमिलरली ऐसा सब कुछ स्टफ करेंगे हम इस साइड के साथ और इस ट्राइंगल के साथ। तो चिल्ड्रन कौन से दो हमारे ट्राइंगल्स इक्वल आ जाएंगे, सॉरी कौन से दो ट्राइंगल्स एंगल्स हमारे इक्वल आ जाएंगे? ये ग्रीन वाले विच आई एम शेडिंग। एंड व्हाट आर द देयर नेम्स? सिमिलरली एंगल CAE will be brought equal to RPF। और जब हम दोनों एंगल्स, दोनों इक्वेशंस को ऐड करेंगे तो BAE और CAE मिला के क्या मिलेगा? A। तो बाय एडिंग इक्वेशन 1 विथ 2, एंगल A इक्वल टू एंगल QPF प्लस RPF। तो QPF और ये RPF दैट इज ये पूरा P, ये पूरा P आ जाएगा। तो इट विल बी इक्वल टू एंगल P एंड दैट इज व्हाट वी वांटेड SAS से लाने के लिए, राइट। सो अब हम क्या लिखेंगे यहाँ पर? व्हाट शैल वी राइट? वी विल राइट दैट therefore we got AB upon PQ equal to AC upon PR। ये तो गिवन था हमें, if you remember these data values were given to us in the form of fractions, ratios and with some workout, थोड़ी मेहनत मशक्क़त करने के बाद हम एंगल A को P के बराबर लेके आ चुके हैं यहाँ पर। तो जब ऐसा कुछ होता है हमारे पास, लेट मी रिमूव दिस, वी डोंट लॉन्गर रिक्वायर इट। कैसा कुछ होता है? देखो जब ऐसा कुछ होता है, ये दो ट्राइंगल्स होते हैं, ये है हमारा ट्राइंगल ABC, दिस इज आवर ट्राइंगल PQR। अगर ये वाला एंगल इसके इक्वल है और AB का PQ से रेशियो बराबर है AC के PR के रेशियो से, तो you can see by side angle, side by side angle, side, the angle should be sandwiched between the two sides. It should be the common vertex angle, common vertex होना चाहिए दोनों sides का, ठीक है। तभी कौन सा क्राइटेरियन लगेगा चिल्ड्रन? साइड एंगल साइड सिमिलैरिटी क्राइटेरियन। बाय side angle side similarity I can get triangle ABC similar to triangle PQR. That is what was required from me, from you. You have done the paper, not me. I am doing it over here, right? So this is how we have got the answer. Now children, today it is enough, and tomorrow I will show you the last section, how to solve the remaining 3 case based study questions, and those questions were very simple. So the paper in all you have seen, it is few of the major number questions, the questions which belong to the majority of the score, they have come from right from your NCERT, despite being called a standard version of your paper, right? So you can imagine, just it was concept based, nothing else. So have a nice evening. Thank you all of you.